Hey guys, how's everyone? It is, sorry, my cat's coming in. It's Saturday, right? It's 5 a.m. for me. I think I'm a minute late, so maybe 5:01, 5:02. Excuse me, guys.
This is Michelin quality olive oil.
First time I've talked for today. Not even to my cat. I might have said good morning. Hey, Cat. Cat and Jack is here. Says, good morning, Yogi. Good morning, Cat. How are you? Amanda says, amazing Amanda is here. Says hello. Timo's here. Timo says, good morning, Eric. Good morning, Timo. How are you? I hope you have a wonderful start to the weekend. Thank you, my friend. You too. Amanda says she is not first. Amanda, you are always first, my friend. Let's see. I'm going to bring up my online version of A Course in Miracles. And, yesterday I wrote about special relationships. Cat is sleepy. Yeah, it's early for you. Are you up early or are you still awake? Let's see. Amanda says, good morning, handsome. She must be talking to our friend Timo. So, why do I keep saying holy relationship? I think because I wrote about holy instances this morning. But a there I go again, a special relationship is every relationship that we elevate from the source of ego. That it gives us it reinforces our own specialness. And it can do so only through distinctions, only through comparisons, only through this is good for me, this is bad for me, that this is right, this is wrong, that you are part of my tribe, you are not of my tribe, you are this and you are that. And thus the ego gets reinforced. In its reinforcement, it becomes the center of our life. And thus, we suffer. Buddha said that life is suffering. Life is suffering because of our grasping, continuously grasping, the intangibles, the transience of life itself. Hey, Miss Blipper, my friend, how are you? However, through the lens of the Holy Spirit, we can say that life is suffering, agreeing with the Buddha, not just because we're grasping to the transientness of life, but that we are elevating the ego, which is an illusion, above who we truly are. That we are living a life of preferences of the ego and not of the isness, the reality, the suchness of the Holy Spirit itself. Hey, Maddie. Mr. Yogi, sir. Good morning. How are you? I had. It's no longer up. You can see I had no F's, no frills, no mercy up and playing with his fish tanks so that we could get some watch hours. Hey, Jace was there too. Jace was like number 34. Awesome. Way to go, Jace. You never know where you're going to find Jace. He's a superhero. He's always off doing good deeds. But instead of a cape, he's half naked. Instead of Jace wearing a cape, he's just half naked out in the world doing good deeds. Tandra says, good morning, Yogi. Good morning, Tandra. Jace, the half-naked superhero. Why do I get the feeling that Jace... sorry.
Merry Christmas.
We have our friend, the amazing energetic Joshua, up with a cat. Doing a free stream. Give me 1 second, guys, and we'll jump back in the conversation. I just want to leave a message and hit the like button. Let Joshua know that I was there to support. All right. Let me dive back in the conversation. So, Maddie, how are you? Thank you so much, Maddie, my friend. Much appreciated. You were too kind. All of you guys have been so extremely kind. Thank you so much. Maddie says, I'm good. Thank you. I hope you're well. I am well. Just got a message from Amanda. I will check in just a minute. And Maddie says, appreciate Mr. Yogi. Absolutely. Hey, Maddie, you want to let us know where you are in watch hours? And we can double up our time. We are almost there. And speaking of watch hours, our friend Tandra. Where is Tandra? Our friend Beggar is here. Beggar, how are you? So I'm eating biscuits a few hours ago. Don't read it aloud. Gotcha. I won't. Miss Pippa says, I think of suffering as the distance between how I see things and how I wish they were. Nice. I like that. Spoken as a true Buddha. Oh man, 2794. It's going to make me do some math. I know, some of you guys can do it without any help at all. Me, I need help. Trust me, me using a calculator is much, much better than taking off my shoes so I can continue counting after I run out of fingers. Maddie says, I'll check my hours, Miss Yogi. I think it's around, wow, it's so close. We can get you there. I got to tell you how excited it makes me feel when people get so close. Actually, how excited it makes me feel no matter where you are when you decide this is what I want. Whatever it is you decide that you want. Tanya says, hey, Amanda, sorry. Where was I? It's 206 minus 5 days, whatever those 5 days might hold. So we can easily eliminate the 6. We're in the 100s and somethings. Again, pretty exciting. 100 and somethings. So let's get this done. With 5 days being held, we actually might even be less than 100. Which means we could be 2 days away. We could be 3 days away. It doesn't matter. We're going to get there. It's always that feeling, though, when you're so close to the finish line. Not that this is ultimately the finish line. You know, after this, we get the 4,000. So 4,000 seems to take nothing to get. Amanda says, Danny. So, suffering. There's a segue for you, right? Life is suffering. Life is suffering because of our clinging, grasping, attachments, aversions. Yoga sums it up within the 5 kleshas, the 5 aversions, or 5 afflictions of the mind. A Course in Miracles says we suffer simply because of our sense of false identity. Who we think we are versus of who we are. Let's see, Amanda says, Yogi, did you see my live? I have not seen your live yet, but I will. I don't normally, I only bring my computer up when I wake up in order to write. And then I get in touch with everything else. Mornings are my sacred time. Every time is sacred time. But mornings in particular, this is when I wake up. It is for breath work. It's for meditation. It's for my yoga asana. My sacred cup of coffee. Here's why it's sacred, because I really, really love my cup of coffee. And I only have one a day. And then I sit and I write as I drink my coffee. All right. Maddie sending love to Amanda and to Tandra. Amanda says, say no mercy. And she's laughing. Tandra says, analytics says 3.2, but they never match. Yeah, I wish I had an explanation of what means versus the others. Life is an art. I agree. What is it an art of? Is it different for everyone? I like to think of it as the art of learning to let go. The art of learning to let go of who we are for the revelation of who we truly are. Which brings me to the holy instant. That's what I wrote about this morning. And I think I will read my own writing. I'm going to do a short of it, maybe after this live stream. Kat saying hi to everyone. How are you, Kat? Besides sleepy. Amanda says, slow cat and Jan. Hey, you know what? Sometime when I learn, I've been talking about doing panels. Doing the free version of StreamYard or Restream, and occasionally having panels, maybe once a week. I wanted to have one for my paranormal friends. Just an hour, trading stories, talking about these experiences they've had. I want to have one with me and my fishing friends. It's going to be titled The Vegan and the Fisherman. It's not vegan versus fisherman. It's the common ground that we step on. And Bob, Anything Is Possible, pointed this out. He had a really, really beautiful, I just appreciate what he said about my understanding of outdoorsmen. And of course, I grew up in an outdoor family. I've spent my life backpacking, camping, ultra running, as well as when I was younger, all I wanted to be was a hunter and a fisherman until I actually hunted and I realized I did not have it in me. But I do appreciate those who do it the proper way, as Bob does, as our friend Danny the Stinger Man, as our friend Maddie does. Let's see. Oh, and I want to have one where I talk to my Course in Miracle friends, Miss Flipper, Cat and Jack, and how we do our best to live it, how we do our best to express it in our own perfect, imperfect ways, or imperfectly perfect ways. Have you ever heard of the Japanese term wabi-sabi? The inherent beauty found within our brokenness, that within every seeming flaw, within every crack in the design, there's a perfection of beauty. And they will use, if a vase or vase, depending on how fancy you are. Hey, Brian. If a vase or vase breaks, they will mend it with a gold streak, which becomes part of the art of the brokenness itself. It's as Leonard Cohen, the great Canadian songwriter. You guys know him for the song Hallelujah. Everything has a crack in it because that's how the light gets in. So when I talk with my Course in Miracle friends, sometimes this is going to sound weird, we talk about our cracks. Amanda, don't get carried away with that. Yes, we talk about our cracks. We talk about our brokenness because it's our brokenness. Hey, Rebecca. It's our brokenness that allows us to realize our own light. Amanda says, Brian, it's up to you. Oh, you're going to love Brian's channel. Everyone is... Let's see. Manny says, everyone welcome on my Saturday panels, no discriminations. I like just hanging out there. Hey, you know what? You get to hang out. You get to see Danny and Mucky and Maddie very frequently. Oh, and Skeeter very frequently wearing wigs. If you want to know why they're wearing wigs, if you want to know what they look like in the wigs, you got to show up and find out. Yep, I like just hanging out with those guys. Miss Pepper says, Brian Matthew White, our good friend Brian. I met Brian on a early 5 a.m. Live stream. I met Miss Flipper on a 5 a.m. morning live stream. And I met Amanda on a 5 a.m. morning live stream. Of course, it's not 5 a.m. for any of them, but it is for me. Brian says, hey, thanks, all. Look at that warm greeting everyone gives Brian. And he says, Amanda subbed also. Nice, guys. Amanda, you should go and hang out on the panel with Maddie and Danny and Monkey, Skeeter. Actually, I don't know if everyone's ready for that. Miss Blipper says, yo, heaping dose of grace and forgiveness to all at this banquet. Beautiful. I love that. Let's see. Brian says, dang, I had a sweet live stream at our roller rink. Totally got copywritten. I remember watching that. I remember seeing you skating by with a big old smile on your face. Pretty amazing. Sorry you got copywritten. Mana says, Yogi knows me already. I do. I'm going to read that again. Miss Blipper. Yo, heaping dose of grace and forgiveness, all that enters in this banquet. So, you know what? Miss Blipper is a student, a longtime student of Course in Miracles. I'm going to say Miss Blipper is also a teacher of A Course in Miracles. We teach that which we most need to learn. We're all teachers, and we all have something to learn. So we offer that to ourselves. We offer that to each other. That, to clarify, when she says forgiveness and when I say forgiveness, as the Course teaches forgiveness, it is not saying I forgive you because. I don't forgive you because you did something. Forgiveness is saying that I recognize who you truly are through the appearance, through the illusion, through the dream, the dreaming of the world itself. I recognize you as pure spirit. Forgiveness is the very essence of Namaste. I salute the divinity, the light, the love within me salutes the divinity, the light, the love within you. It's a simple recognition. We're letting illusions drop aside, and I see you as you truly are. What a wonderful gift to give someone. Course in Miracles calls that the holy instant. When illusions slip aside and we see each other, even for just that instant, who we truly are, that is the glimpse of eternity. Everything drops away, and we see things. Reminds me of William Blake, when the doors of perception is cleansed. I'm going to read that in a minute. Hey, John Z. John, it's nice to see you, my friend. We got some love from Beggar. Thank you, Beggar. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm going to catch up on the chat. Beggar says to Maddie, you got Glendo app on your phone? Hey, Lucy. Lucy, how are you? Lucy says, so Beggar. And to Maddie, let's get Lucy modded up. Put her in a blue suit. Lucy, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. Hey, you know what? Yesterday, I read your about section. I love reading people's about sections on their channel. Man, it says John, I sub you. John's an awesome guy. Lucy says, hello and good morning. Good morning to you. Let's see, Brian says, we're going to get back into doing live streams. I've been covered in diapers and unbalanced emotions. Hey, you know what, Brian? You don't have to. Sometimes you can do a live stream when you're unbalanced and covered in diapers. Sometimes elbow deep in poop and an unbalanced emotional state is what the world needs to see, because that is just on the surface. That's the muckiness of life. We all have it. We have all metaphorically been elbow deep in diapers and baby poop. But man, Brian, no matter what you're covered in, you always have a light that shines brightly, my friend. That's what you give the world. So even when you're unbalanced, you got so much love to give. Let's see. Manny says, I'm fishing for a few hours today. We'll stream. Nice. I'll be on the lookout for that. So with only 500 more watch hours, again, that's the end of February for Maddie, especially if we all help out. Vega says, good to see you, Lucy. John sees, hey, yo, glad to be back and see you streaming. What's the best movie about time? Time Pirates. Is that the one, Time Pirates? What was the one, What Dreams May Come? It was written by Richard Matheson. Robin Williams. What Dreams May Come. That's the one. Maddie says, no drama, just laugh on my streams. Absolutely. That's, you know what? That's, no matter how much time I can hang out with you guys, that's become really a small highlight of my Saturday afternoon, getting to see you guys. Sagatica is keeping me up, Yogi. Gotcha. Let me if I am able to later this morning, let me do a very, very simple 5 yoga asana, 5 yoga posture for sciatica. Very simple. I'll see if I can get that out for you. How are you, Rebecca? Hey, is everyone subscribed to Rebecca? Rebecca says, hey, Kat. Rebecca's a great friend. She is running 1,000 miles for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. How awesome is that? Hey, Crafting. Crafting, how are you? Hi, everyone. Hope you all are well. Hope you are well, too, my friend. Kat says, bud your mama with a wave and a flower. John says, what's your favorite number and why? My favorite number is 11. I think. I like the channel 4. Channel 11 was, this is going to sound weird. It was the channel when I was a kid that the Daniel Boone show, probably very few people remember the Daniel Boone show. Fess Parker. I love Daniel Boone. It was one of my early ties to the outdoors. And the Waltons, as well as Grizzly Adams. All the shows I liked when I was a kid. Channel 4 is a sacred number. 4 corners of the universe, 4 directions of the universe. 8. 108. I love 108. 108 is a very important number in yogic, Buddhist, and mystical Christian traditions. 108 on japa beads used for meditation. 108 on rosaries. Miss Ripper says, forgiveness, selective remembering of only the loving thought. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Selective remembering. Speaking of hello to cats. Cat says, that would be amazing, Yogi. I don't understand the message behind the pain. Interesting. Let's think about that. Let's talk about that this afternoon. I was reading about that this morning in my course text reading. The message of the body. The message of the body is always attack until we no longer have that message, because the body is the misidentification of who we are. The only purpose of the body is to be used as a tool of extension. So, John, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to remove the or. I can't do a Neil Young versus Neil Diamond. I can only do Neil Young and Neil Diamond. Vega says, why is everyone blue? I'm just a little bit sad today. Oh, you you meant the color? We are blue because everyone who has a channel and is seeking to connect. This is a way for us to expand the Daniel Boone was a man, and he was a real man. I love that show. And I love Fess Parker because he was also Davy Crockett. And if you guys are familiar with Davy Crockett, if you're not, he was actually king of the wild frontier. Brian says, I have a question about a breathing technique I observed myself doing without thinking about it. Here's a pattern. In the nose, out the mouth. In the nose, out the nose. In the nose, out the mouth. I don't know if I have an answer to that. I think that you fell into a natural energetic breathing pattern that you needed at the moment. Breathing through the nose is the natural and way we're supposed to breathe, but breathing out the mouth with a sigh is a release. And it's how we release emotional and physical tension. So I think you were falling into the natural rhythmic breathing, in through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, with the release of that tension that you are experiencing right now because of the emotional imbalance that you were talking about, as well as being elbow deep in diapers. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. Happy Gilmore. He did have a beard. Hey, Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out sometime in the next few months. It's going to be on Netflix. Lucy says, I have 2 black cats. I have 2 black cats. Adopted cats. Got them when they were 10. They are now coming up on 13. Bigger you blue on my lives because you're cool. Well, let's bring Bigger up. Sorry. The only reason I hadn't made you blue before, Bigger, is whether true or not, I always figured that you were an alt channel. And you never mentioned that you were seeking to, connect with people. But hey, let's make you blue. Let's just have a blue party, man. Everyone's coming in the best blue suit. We're going to go eat oatmeal in just a minute or two. Budgie says, this might be weird, but I love my crystal stones. So, crafting, my friend, that is weird, and it fits in perfectly with the weirdness of all of us. As our good friend Cat and Jack would say, Nama weird. The weirdness within me recognizes and salutes the weirdness within you. I'm getting the gift of some brand new crystals from our friend Michael. Michael is actually, they're in the mail. He sent them to me. He selected them and cleaned them himself. So that's awesome, crafting. Absolutely awesome. Body is a communication device. Yes. So if the ego, which is associated with the body, is trying to decipher the meaning of the pain, Cat, I don't know if you'll get the true meaning, but if you sit with the pain, just sit with it. Don't look for a meaning, don't look for an explanation, but sit with the pain and then see what comes. Let the pain be the meditation. John C. says, look up Capgras illusion and let us know your opinion. I will look that up. I will do that, though, after the live stream. Matt says, Mr. John. Breakfast says, craft, subscribe. I hope everyone here is subscribed to each other. Just a minute, we're going to end things. Lucy says, I'm very weird. And you know what? I appreciate that about you. The absence of fear. Sorry, my chat's going really slow. And you guys are going really fast. Amanda says, I love you, beggar. And let's see, Rebecca subbed to crafting. Nice, guys. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca says, I have to go now. Bye, Yogi. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Rebecca. You as well, my friend. Amanda is doing good work in the world. Wow. Lucy says, mine are 17 or 18 years old, getting up there. Awesome. I do not have a definition of love, John. Because love being reality, any description that I gave it would be lacking. Any description would never be the thing. It would just be a finger pointing at the thing. That sounded a little weird, finger pointing at the thing. But that is the best that I can do. Hey, MVP, how are you? You guys connected with MVP? I love when he's out fishing. John says, as Hunter S. Thompson, who I love, said, when the going gets weird. Let's see, MVP says, morning, Yogi. Thanks for popping into my live streams recently. Absolutely. I love your lives. So, yeah, that's Miss Flipper said, the absence of fear. Love is the absence of fear. Sometimes I think love, as Miss Blipper very succinctly pointed out, can only maybe be described in terms of negation. This is why there's the Vedic meditation called neti neti. Neti means not this. Neti neti means not this, not this. And we meditate upon things, and as they occur to us, we say neti neti, not this, not this. If we think in terms of reality, am I the body? Not this, not this. I can't be the body. I can't be my thoughts. I can't be my conceptions. It can only be the absence of those things. Coming to the pure capacity of who I truly am. Capacity is another word for love. Synonymous. Amanda says, MVP fishing, I subbed. Nice, guys. John says, love is a neurological con job, some may say. Some may think that, and yet the reality of love is that which allows the thinking to take place. Percy says, love is a million emotional feelings, and love is a presence that allows for 1,000,001 emotional feelings to take place. The pure capacity, the pure isness, the suchness. John says, how do you believe in love then, Amanda? Synonymous, truth and light. Awesome. So, yeah, if we confuse love with affection, then we're going to be in the neurological con job that John Z is talking about. MVP says, thanks to crafting. Crafting has subbed to MVP. Gen C, others may say love is sex misspelled. Yep, everyone has an opinion. However, in the absence of an opinion, what is left? Don't get caught up in the things. What is it that takes place in the absence of things? What is it that takes place in the absence of thought? When your every single thought of love disappears, is negated, what's left? Maybe he says, thanks, Miss Flipper. Let's see. Amanda says, love is not sex. Because I say I love you, but I don't want to have sex with you. Imagine if we did say that. Crafting says, that's what I was thinking to Amanda. But we can talk about sex. Amanda says, joking. Maybe that'll be the 5 a.m. sex talk. How many people would tune in to the 5 a.m. sex talk? Amanda said, I would. John says, it was just a superficial joke at best. What's that? Love or sex? Hey, Moskva. Moskva says, not me. I don't blame you. Moskva, my friend, I will promise you that we will, John C says, sex line with Eric, we will never ever have a 5 a.m. Sex talk with Yogi. I can promise you that. Miss Pipper says, my friend Daisy says, love and sex are like bread and butter. You can have them together or separately. There you go. Lucy's laughing. Cat says, going to make some oatmeal myself, but Yogi in room. Bye, Yogi in room. Bye, Cat. I am 1 minute away. 1 minute away from going to make my oatmeal. Then I got my walk. I got my workout. We got snow and ice coming. So I don't know if Milka is going to be able to make it to come over and walk. Beggar says, I like bread and bud together. Can't beat that. Of course, vegan butter and Ezekiel bread. I forget what I was going to say. 5 a.m. Intimate Talks with Elegant Eric. That's a title. Let's see. Crafting says, take care. I've got to go as my Kira is here. Take care all. Hope you all have a great day. You too, Crafting. Thank you so much. And I hope the budgies are doing fine, my friend. Crafting says, good day. Hey, small face. You're here early, my friend. I was going to say something. I don't remember. It's okay. All right. So let's wrap things up. Guys, thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. This was a lively 5 a.m. live stream. Small face says, yeah, Yogi. And Crafting says, all doing good. I got Gandalf on last night on my live. Oh, cool. I will check that up. Amanda says, I messed you up. I'm always messed up. I'm always messed up. Who put the bop on the bop shoebop? Shoebop? You know what? I don't know, but I wish they hadn't. I prefer my bops to be absence of the shoebop. Shoebop. I like just my bop, and I like just my shoe. I don't like putting the two together. Thank you, Miss Flipper. Amanda says, Eric, are you going live with your workout? Probably not. Today's a easy-ish day. I might do a members yoga live. Crafting says, can't remember where about on the live. I can skim through it. What's the worst emoji? I don't know. Me personally, I don't do a lot of emojis. I do the heart emoji. I do the clapping emoji. I do the prayer emoji, and that's about it. The worst emoji? Huh. We'll have to consider that. That's pretty bad, John. John presents evidence for the worst emoji. There you go. Smile face agrees. And that's pretty bad too, Amanda. The smiling poop emoji is pretty bad. Is cell actually hot? And if so, does that mean that your nerve endings die with you? Well, according, I believe it was Pascal. Pascal says hell is other people, which would also mean that heaven is other people. If the kingdom of heaven, as Jesus pointed out, is within, then the realm of hell is found within as well. We have a choice every moment. The hell of separation, which means that we perceive nothing but our own separation from the source, from love, from God, and each other, or we can choose the remembrance, remembering, bringing together, yoga, union, and recognize heaven in every single moment. Course in Miracles says that the only lesson of the crucifixion is that we can all survive our moment on the cross. We can reverse that. The only lesson of the cross is that we can all survive our own crucifixion. In any moment on that crucifixion, on the cross, we can choose to crucify, or we can choose the resurrection, allowing everything to be reborn in the moment, in the moment, in the moment. With that, heaven is a place on earth. Yeah, who's saying that? Moskwa says, me an atheist here. Still a nice live. Thank you, Moskwa. Here's what I know about Moskwa, though. Atheist, not an atheist, it does not matter, because they fully are aligned with love. They always put out, they are so concerned about everyone, especially the marginalized people of the world. Amanda says, you're awesome, Mercy. Absolutely. Let's see. Maddie says, appreciate you having me on your stream, Miss Yogi. Always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Maddie. Always appreciate you being here, and I will look for you later today. Miss Booker says, condemnation, very overrated. It is. Hey, Luke. Hi there. Did you read the Gnostic Gospels? I have read many of them. Not all of them. Who is it? Pagel? At least Pagel? So I've read translations of them and books about them more than reading them themselves. Thanks for that question, Luke. Amanda says, Moss, you're awesome. Moss is awesome. Amanda says, Luke, I do. John says, crucifixion is a brutal way to go. Do you know how it actually kills you? You're officiated. Why can't I get that out? Why can't I get that word out? You basically, your lungs collapse upon themselves if you don't die from dehydration first, right? However, let's not dwell upon that. Amanda says, love your fish lately, Mercy. Yeah, me too. Miss Pippa says, I love atheist. Maybe God's favorite children are atheists because they hold no concept of God. Amanda says, John, do you believe in the King James Bible? Maddie says, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you tuning into my streams. All right. We will be turning into Maddie's streams throughout the day. I hope to get a chance to hang out, especially when they do the panel. Guys, I'm going to see everyone later. Thank you. Amanda says, every stream's hun. And Luke says, me too. I prefer the more broader message of Jesus, disregarding the supernatural stuff for a second. Me too. Me too. For me, it is the message that Jesus presents in A Course in Miracles that resonates the deepest. Hey, Luke, come on by and let's talk sometime. I'll be live again this afternoon if you're around. Lucy says, see ya. See ya, Lucy. You know what? Thank you so much for subscribing, and through your subscribing, becoming a friend. I very much appreciate your company. Amanda says, love you, Eric. Love you too, Amanda. Thank you. Maddie says, live to all, be blessed. Luke says, cool. Awesome. And while you're here, real quick, I'm going to subscribe to you. Gotcha. All right. With that, take care, my friends. Lucy says, very much welcome, friend. Thank you. I hope you guys connect to our friend Lucy and our friend John Z. Let's scroll to the next stream. Someone playing Bingo Live. I hope you can find it. Amazing says, Amazing Manna by Handsome. So she must be talking to John Z, of course. Or she could be talking to Maddie. Take care, guys.